The dust is settled. It's been a few weeks since Black Friday, and my TLC coaching and six-figure Simplified group photographers have sent in their results, and in total over 120 sessions were booked. Today I'm breaking down exactly how they made this happen. Hey Boudoir photographers, are you ready to be totally booked out with high-paying clients? I'm Tracy Lynn, and I went from side hustle photographer to running a $1 million boudoir photography business, working just 30 hours a month. That's right, just 30 hours a month. On this podcast, I tell you how I did it and how you can too. Hey there, and welcome back. Over the years, I've spent a lot of time perfecting my Black Friday sale. I've run one every year since 2016 and sold out almost every year since 2017. This year was no different, but that's not what I want to talk about this episode at all. Today, I want to focus on my coaching client wins because the results are in. In total, the clients who have reported back to me in Six Figures Simplified, my group program, as well as my private coaching clients, well, they've booked over 120 sessions. And remember, that's just the ones who've reported back to me. There are some stragglers out there, and they haven't gotten their results in just yet. To say I'm a proud coach is a major understatement. But here's the thing. These photographers have been prepping for months. This didn't just happen spur of the moment at all. They prepared for these results, and it paid off. So today I want to talk about the 3 things they did that guaranteed they had a super successful Black Friday. But before we go any further, if you had a launch that didn't go super well, I want you to not get down on yourself. There's a lot that goes into a successful Black Friday sale, and preparation is one of those things. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. How to prepare for your next sale, whether that's 6 months from now or next Black Friday, and how to make sure that your business is ready to handle the influx of clients as well. The first thing that my photography coaching clients did was make sure that their audience was excited about the sale. A warm-up period before your sale goes live is so important. To have a successful sale, they have to know about it, Now, this is different for every different business. For me, my warm-up period is just 2 weeks before the sale. I send out one email that's basically telling them the sale is coming. And then I post one time on social media, letting them know it's coming again. One advantage is I've had this sale every year for at the same time since 2017. My clients expect this. Some of my coaching clients, they tease their sale a lot. Like every single day, they're on their stories. They're saying things like, you're not going to want to miss this sale, or you better set your alarms. The sale is a don't miss. And it works. I do think that as they have these sales more and more, their audience will expect them. They won't need such a big warm-up period. But if this is your first sale or even your second, this warm-up period is very important. And the more you talk about it, the better. The second thing that my photography coaching clients did was have their marketing ready to go live a month before it actually went live. That's right, they prepped several weeks and up to a month in advance, and I will tell you what to prep in just a few minutes, but I like to have things done as far in advance as possible. With my photography business, everything is done well in advance. I don't want any last minute fixes. I want all my marketing done several weeks in advance. And I'm teaching my photography coaching clients how to make this happen in their business too, because I don't want them to ever feel like they aren't prepped for what's coming in their business. Now, I'm not saying they don't know how to adjust on the fly, because they do. One of my clients had such a successful Black Friday sale that on the fly, we came up with a plan. She ended up booking 15 sessions in the first 10 minutes of her Black Friday sale. So she opened up another 10 to a slightly increased price with less of a print credit, and she booked those as well. So although you may not be prepped, sometimes you do need to make adjustments, and you need to be ready for those when they happen as well. So let's actually talk about what they had to do to prepare for the Black Friday sale. The first thing they needed to do was set up a coupon code. Most of my clients are already using an online booking software, so they don't need to set that up. But what they did need to do was set up the coupon code and make sure it works. And then a blog post or a landing page with sale details and links to the booking platform. And by the way, if you want to know exactly what the details and how I recommend my clients set up their Black Friday sale, like those details and what they say, make sure that you grab my annual sale bundle in the TLC shop. And to be honest, those are the things that they had to do to set up in preparation for the sale. To book a Black Friday session, sign the contract, and pay the invoice, their photography clients, they could take care of it themselves. Meaning that the only other thing that my clients had to do was schedule out their marketing. So I mentioned that we sent out a warm-up email 2 weeks before. Then we send out 4 more emails. The morning the sale opens, the second day reminder, because to be honest, yes, some will buy as soon as the sale opens, but a lot of people are actually out Black Friday shopping or spending time with their families. So the second day is also a big day. Then we send a reminder that the sale is only open for 24 more hours, the Sunday of the sale, and finally a sale is closing soon reminder on Cyber Monday. As far as social media, I'm going to be honest, all I do is repurpose my emails into social media posts and then share a few times in my stories. You can go in as much depth as you like, but that's all I do since the majority of my bookings come from my email list anyway because I have warmed them up. So when deciding on your marketing strategy, take into consideration where your warmest audience is, and that's where you're going to want to focus. Hey, I write a newsletter every week where I cover photography business, marketing strategy, industry happenings, client wins and celebrations, and so much more. It's just for you, and you can get on the list right now at rebrand.ly/TLC newsletter. I'll link it in the show notes as well. The third thing that my photography coaching clients did was have their sale ready to handle itself when the sale went live. Most of you who've listened to this podcast know that an important thing to me is having time off when I want it. I want my boudoir clients to feel like I'm holding their hands through the entire experience without me actually needing to do anything. And it's no different when I'm talking about Black Friday. I want my coaching clients to spend time with their families through the weekend and get to go Black Friday shopping if they actually want to, because their business can take care of itself. That's why we are pre-scheduling all marketing and building a sale that doesn't need them to send invoices or answer many questions. All the questions are answered on the landing page. The only thing they might have to do is post a few stories or maybe do an Instagram live if they want to. Everything else can be scheduled ahead of time. And then you need to make sure that your business is ready to handle the influx of clients as well. And the best way to do that is fully set up your software, including your reminders. If you do this, then you won't have to worry about anything until you actually walk into your studio the day of the client session. Literally, I rarely talk to my clients until the day of the session, yet they feel very taken care of. Many of my clients tell me how great my systems are too, which is fun because I love hearing compliments about my systems and strategy. That's just who I am. When I say fully set up your software, I mean make sure that you can pay the invoice, sign the contract, and choose a session date so you aren't tracking clients down or constantly following up with them. And then set up all your reminder emails. I do a confirmation email, day before email, week before, and also a day before text. If you have all of this set up, then you won't need to worry about a thing after you've set up your next sale. And one more tip, when you're setting up your sale, I want to make sure that you have everything ready to go for next year. So save all of this information. So all you have to do is duplicate everything for next year. One other trick that I do is I take the blog post of my Black Friday sale, turn it to draft, and then turn it back on next year so that my entire Black Friday setup is less than an hour. Now, if you only get one thing from this episode, I want you to understand that prepping for your Black Friday sale or any sale is very important. And it's a thing that can and will make or break your sale. If you didn't have a successful Black Friday sale, I don't want you to worry about it or decide that you shouldn't ever do one again. Instead, I'd like to invite you to check out my blueprint to a 10K annual sale. Twice a year, I run a sale using this blueprint. One I call my semi-annual sale, which I hold over Memorial Day weekend. The other is my Black Friday sale, which is obviously on Black Friday. These two sales are how I keep from ever having a slow season, and I run them exactly the same. In the blueprint to a 10K annual sale, you're going to learn how you can sell your sessions in addition to your prints, during Black Friday, including how to create content to promo your sale, how to determine pricing for your sale, what metrics to track to gauge the success of your sale, and so much more. And by the way, I mentioned earlier about the bridal fair bundle. You actually get access to that entire thing in this blueprint to a 10K annual sale program. This is the same strategy I use each and every year for both of my annual sales. And this is how I get booked out for months in advance. It's how I fill my schedule during slow seasons and how I help ensure cash flow in the meantime. But to that, you need a strategy and a plan in place to make it happen. And that's what the blueprint to a 10K Black Friday sale is gonna show you how to do. But best of all, for my podcast listeners, I'm giving you 25% off with the code SALEPREP2023. The link will be in the show notes as well as the code. Thank you for listening to this episode of Sustainable Freedom with Boudoir Photography. Please be sure to rate and follow so that you never miss an episode. They drop every Thursday and they're always full of super actionable information for you to apply right now in your boudoir business. Until then, make your next shoot your best shoot.